Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us here today. My name is Rebecca Schulz. I'm the United Conservative Party MLA and candidate for Calgary Shaw. I'm also a wife, a mom, and a proud Calgarian. I came to this city, like so many others, in search of better opportunities for myself and my family. Calgary absolutely did not disappoint. This is, without question, the best place in the world to live, to work, and to raise a family, in part because our United Conservative government has worked tirelessly to restore and protect the basic tenets Albertans believe in. Low taxes, balanced budgets, strong public health and education systems, and helping maintain Alberta's advantage on cost of living. These are things that Albertans expect, and these are the things that my colleagues and I are delivering. We are also taking bold action to tackle crime and disorder, in part with our announcement yesterday to fund 100 more police positions in Calgary and Edmonton. As a mother, I know that this issue is top of mind for so many right now, but I also hear it from people like Cheryl. Cheryl lives in Somerset in the riding of Calgary Shaw. On my way to her doorstep just this week, I saw an ambulance and EMS crew helping a woman struggling with addictions near the C train. Cheryl and her co-workers take the train to work every single day. Her co-worker was vomited on the way to work. She is afraid for herself and for her 18-year-old daughter who takes the C train to school. Then, in a real and raw description yesterday, Chief Dale McPhee outlined what officers in our province face every day. He said, and I quote, "Well, let me share yesterday's highlights in the city of Edmonton to give you a bit of perspective. We arrested a person in transit carrying a replica handgun and crossbow. 2 members went to a convenience store and were attacked by a man with an axe where non-lethal force was used to subdue him and arrest him. Police attended a call shortly after with a male. They arrived, one of the officers was punched in the face, and then we responded to a female that was in trouble, being beat up, and again, the person wanted to fight. To those who are concerned, and we all absolutely should be, I would say this: we are taking real action to address crime and disorder, and we are working collaboratively with police to get the job done. It's frightening to think about what Rachel Notley and the NDP would do in government, or, quite frankly, what they would not do if given the chance. Let me be clear, the NDP has absolutely no plan whatsoever to address crime and disorders in community across Alberta. But worse, the NDP candidate's comments suggest resentment towards law enforcement and our justice system. Today, we are calling on NDP leader Rachel Notley to have each of these candidates explain their comments and why they're so out of touch with Alberta families. Calgary Bow NDP candidate Drew Farrell called Alberta police officers domestic abusers, saying, and I quote, "I can't help wondering about domestic abuse within law enforcement families. There's some sick rage there. I bet it goes home with them and the outcome goes largely unreported." Edmonton Ellerslie NDP candidate Rod Loyola said, "Alberta police officers commit crimes with immunity," saying, and I quote, "An EPS badge gives you the right to beat up citizens and not have to face criminal charges." In a speech in the legislature, Edmonton Whitemud NDP candidate Raki Pancholi advocated to cut police budgets, saying, and I quote, "I'm all for spending less money on our criminal justice system." Edmonton Highlands Norwood NDP candidate Janice Irwin shared the disgusting defund the police hashtag on social media. And Lethbridge East NDP candidate Rob Miyashiro supported a motion to cut the police budget in his city while he was serving on council. These comments and actions, particularly the disgraceful comments, are extremely serious and come from a party that has no plan or ability to tackle crime and disorder in our communities. At a time when Albertans are looking for real solutions on crime and disorder, these candidates are harboring deep-seated resentment against our men and women in uniform, and they are seeking to sow anger and division against law enforcement in our communities. So we want Rachel Notley to show some support for our police and show these candidates the door. If she lets this go, she's essentially saying she embraces these views. That is a scary concept for everyday Alberta families who support the police and who support the bold strategies that the United Conservative Party is taking to tackle crime and disorder in our communities. We will continue to work with law enforcement to reform policing and tackle crime and disorder. This includes, but not limited to, funding 100 more police positions, deploying provincial sheriffs to Calgary and Edmonton, mandating body-worn cameras, banning carding, making the public complaints process independent, establishing diversity and community safety plans, and encouraging greater collaboration between police and civilian partners. We also need to address the root causes of these issues by showing compassion for those struggling with addiction through mental health and recovery supports in communities across Alberta, which we are doing. But families and businesses are sick and tired of the chaos that has overtaken their streets, parks, and transit systems. They want their communities back. United Conservatives are taking real action to address this and working collaboratively with our brave police to do it, while the NDP, I believe, have some explaining to do.